up and ready to go. And it looks like we are starting now. So this game is a 2D Metroidvania platformer side-scroller. It's a neat little game. First you start out in this area, in the Sacred Grove, and yeah, at the start, as in many other games, the fastest form of movement is rolling. Then you also have a jump. You can double jump. You have a melee attack and a ranged attack. Something you can do is roll and jump at the same time, which lets you get the movement speed of the roll, but the height of a jump and the mobility of a jump. And also while rolling, you can roll through enemies, and you're also invincible, so you can use that to avoid a lot of damage and enemies.
Yeah, so the thing you said about jumping and rolling, it's by pressing the keys on the same frame, and it's actually fairly difficult to get down precise.
Yeah.
Like in certain situations, you gotta really weigh your options between like saving that notch of time and potentially risking your entire run due to failing it and dying. So yeah, that's that can be quite spicy sometimes.
Yeah. Roll jumping is definitely one of the things that it's not too hard to learn how to roll jump, but doing it consecutively and doing it precisely and over the course of an entire run, that makes it very hard. It's one of those things that is easy to learn but hard to master.
Yeah, exactly. And SebK is actually someone I've talked to him a few times, and he feels very insecure about his roll jumps, so he doesn't really do them a lot, which costs him a little bit of time over the entire run, but also makes this run way more safe.
Yeah, and here we have SebK coming up on the first boss, and he will go for a quick kill, where you can, if you shoot her pearl when she's doing her launching attack like this on a specific frame, there are a few frames where you can release your arrows, and you hit her pearl multiple times and she just dies.
Yeah,
it's a neat little trick,
which is very nice.
Yeah, and LusTher is also going for it. They are doing a setup which is completely safe. I think LusTher was a little bit too far away, because it requires a pretty tight positioning and has a tight timing as well.
Yeah, it's super precise. On very optimized runs, that is a major reset point. Just missing that shot makes it basically impossible to get any of the current records.
Yeah, it saves at least 10 seconds over doing the fight normally. So yeah, when going for world record strats or a good time, you need to get that. As SebK has now entered the second boss fight against Mocha. If you look at Mocha right now, you will see like a poison cloud. That is from an item that was dropped by the first boss, the Edea. If you defeat a boss without getting hit or taking damage, then you will get a special item. And most of these items are very powerful and speed up boss fights immensely. So for every boss fight except 2, our runners will be wanting to do it hitless.
That was so close.
Yeah, I was scared of
these boss items
poison.
are really, really powerful, and you actually kind of rely on them as the run goes on to kill the next bosses perfectly as well. Because if you don't get one boss item, then killing the next one without taking damage is just gonna be that much harder. So you risk losing even more of these items, which are vital to the run pretty much.
Yeah. Did LusTher not get the arrows, or just not the poison arrows, and just not have equipped them?
I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, just not equipped. Okay.
Yeah. Also, the little blue berry, or like, yeah, the thing you see in the upper left for LusTher right now. That's the crystal seed. It's the only item you buy in this run. That's also why our runners took small detours in the first area of the game to get some money. So yeah, that's a damage boosting item, and it's the only one you buy over the entire run.
Yeah. So right now they have 3 items. They have the Crystal Seed, which boosts your damage, a Dia's Pearl, which add poison properties to your arrows, and you can also poison yourself with them, which you have to be careful of during the boss fights, so you can still get the boss items. And from the Mocha and Lubella fight, they got the Bachman patch, which is an item that SebK has equipped right now. What it does, it spawns a lot of Bach blocks at the top of the screen that falls down. There are a lot of them. They do little damage, but the damage adds up. So it's also it's a key item for killing bosses quickly, and it's also used to open a shortcut in a later area in an unintended way.
Yeah, I'd say the Bagman patch is actually the most important item of the entire run, because it's not only used to open a shortcut, but combined with another boss item you get later on in the run, it actually pretty much just tears through the bosses. Like, it completely shreds some of them.
Yeah. And this area, the subterranean graves, is one of the scarier areas in the run, because even if they're playing on easy and have a lot of health, as you can see on the top of the screen, all of the spikes still kill you if you touch them. So, yeah, playing on easy doesn't make this area less scary, because the scary parts still kill you without, like, in one hit. So, and this area also has several roll jumps that, if you fail them, then you land on spikes. So, when you want to go fast, this area is even scarier.
Oh, painful memories coming up.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, next boss fight is against Frida, the dumb drinking bird. SebK is going for the advanced strats of doing melee combos and attacking with ranged attacks as well. The easy strat is to sit in a corner and spam arrows, but that SebK
that's like
does
super
not
safe. But it also loses like 9 to 10 seconds over the melee strats, which SebK did a fairly good job of doing.
Yeah.
Got a little bit unlucky with that teleport, but it's fine. It's still a fair bit faster than just spamming arrows.
Yeah. It's faster to do melee strats, even if you get, I think, 3 teleports is where it becomes as slow as doing it the safe way. And yeah, getting 1 or 2 teleports is not super uncommon, but 3 teleports is quite uncommon, so you'll save time if you learn how to do the melee strats on average.
Almost definitely.
Yeah, so, okay, killing Frida without taking a hit gives you this bar spread, which just does a large explosion around you, which does a hefty amount of damage. It just speeds up the bosses quite a bit. It's a neat little item. And then the goal of the game right now is to grab the 4 karst crest fragments in order to get access to the castle, where you need to get an audience with the queen to stop or to find out what is causing the corruption that is spreading throughout the land. And after defeating Frida, you will see, well, SebK has already grabbed the first karst crest fragment, and LusTher will grab it shortly.
It's okay, actually already closing in on the next boss. It's a rematch against Lubella. But yeah, this one will be much quicker, as SebK now has quite a bit of items at his disposal. So he just pretty much owns her right away. And it doesn't really matter that he took a hit there, because this fight drops the only boss item that's actually irrelevant to the run, as it only heals you and doesn't deal any damage, which is so it's not very interesting for us.
Yeah, and after defeating the refight against Lubella, you reach the best part of the run, where you become a cat. As a cat, you are smaller, you are faster, you jump higher, and most importantly, you are cuter. This gives you access to a few areas where you need to be small, and makes you faster movement-wise in general.
The cat movement is really interesting. Like as human form, you saw our runners like rolling a lot, like SebK is doing right now, because that is the fastest way to get around. As a cat, however, you have like a very slow part at the end of your roll animation, which makes rolling as a cat actually even slower than just normally walking. However, you can pretty much cancel that part of the roll by just doing a roll jump instead and mealing at the end of it. So that way you get like the best part of the roll while canceling the slow part. And that's what SebK might be doing. I'm not sure if he's confident enough in his roll jumps.
Yeah. If you aren't confident in your roll jumps and want to learn the speedrun, this is actually a very good time to practice roll jumping. Because if you fail a roll jump, you only lose a little bit of time, and otherwise it's completely safe. Which is pretty neat though.
Yeah, it looks like SebK is just like chilling and walking, which is fine.
Yeah.
It doesn't lose that much time.
Yeah, so what SebK did just there was enter a room that had one of the bells in it. The bells in the game are the save points, and having seen that bell, or the room that that bell was in, will allow SebK to teleport back there when they unlock the teleport power-up. So each Karst Crest fragment gives you a different power. The one after defeating Frida allows you to charge your bow faster, which slightly increases your damage, or it slightly increases your DPS rather. And the next Karst Crest fragment they are going for will allow them to warp from not bonfires. I am in Dark Souls mode.
Okay.
Allow you to warp from bells to a few bells. There are one bell in each area, which is a designated warp bell. So if you have seen that bell, you can warp to it. And the one bell that they are visiting in the Forgotten Monastery is one they can warp to, which saves a lot of backtracking.
I thought it was Fallen Monastery. Wow, we might have to check on that.
Yeah, I have played this game. I think I'm at over 300 hours now, but I don't remember names.
Yeah, it's not important, whatever.
Yeah, it's a nice game to play. So here SebK is grabbing the crest fragment and can now warp between not bonfires. As LusTher is now just going to visit the room with the bell in order to unlock it for warping.
Yeah, they even nicely can see like the movement difference. LusTher is like completely going for these roll jumps with melee cancels at the end, which if he executes them well will save him a bit of time over SebK's movement.
Yeah. Yeah, so they now have 2 of the 4 crest fragments, and the next area they're going to is the Cinder Chambers, where the heretical arsonist awaits. Arsonist is one of the harder boss fights because she has a lot of health. So even though you have all the items that you do have in the speedrun, it still takes quite a while to get through the boss fight, and she has some. She can be annoying because she can like teleport, and she can be mean to you and trap you in a corner and be very rude.
Yeah, there's a lot of little situations during an arsonist fight where you can gain a bit of time by taking huge risks, which is not to be advised in a race. So
yeah,
I expect our runners to play it safely.
Yeah, SebK played safe there. He could have tried to kill it kill Arsonist far to the right. You want to end the fight as far right as possible, because that's where you need to go after the fight. And you also want to stand close to Calf, the female knight who aids you in the fight, because after the fight is over, she wants to talk to you. So now we have a new item and a new crest fragment. The crest fragment now allows you to dash, which is done by pressing the dodge button while you are in the air. Dashing is a very fast form of movement and gives you more
fastest, to be
mobility.
exact.
Yeah.
Yeah, dashing
The
is really
fastest.
cool. You're also, I think you're invincible while dashing, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
There's certain things that still damage you, like the
Oh yeah.
some stuff in the castle later on.
Yeah,
But for the most part, you can just dash through enemies.
Yeah, it's basically an upgraded role for you. So SebK grabbed a key right now, which will give him access to the final boss that guards the final crest fragment. So okay. Oh yeah. It was the dash crest fragment, and the item they picked up is the pocket incensory, which adds a fire effect to your attacks. And you will see
now
that.
Look what it does.
Yeah,
It's completely
you will
gonna
see
destroy
that
this boss.
with the Bachman patch here. I think it triples the damage of each Bachman block or something.
I'm not
turns
sure. I think then sensory adds 0.5 fire damage to every attack, and
Yeah.
that times like I don't know how many blocks are falling from the sky, but like 200 or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of damage.
Yeah. We are not sure about the exact math, but it gives you a lot of damage, which is very nice. Did
LusTher sadly
LusTher
had to
reset an
reset that
Arsonist?
fight. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely worth resetting for the incensory.
Yeah, the incenser is one of the main damage items that you get, just because of its interactions with Bachman patch.
Yeah, and your usual attacks as well. Like your melee and arrows also get strengthened by it.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. And SebK is now making their way through the penultimate area of the game, the Royal Pinecone City. That is not its real name, but the real name of this area is hard to pronounce, so most runners come up with their own name or use one of the popular names that we call it. So SebK grabbed the Sealed Wind, which is an item that is not used for any boss fights or anything. What we use it for in the run is to upgrade our melee weapon. And
I mean,
we
you
need
can use it for a boss fight.
Oh yeah, you can, but it's terrible. It's
You have 6
absolutely
damage
terrible.
and it takes like, I don't know, 10 seconds to cast or something. It's horrible.
Yeah. So what we need it for is to upgrade our melee weapon, our leaf, and we need to do that to get the true ending of the game. Because if you don't get the true ending, you don't reach the credits. And our definition of any percent is reach the credits. So we need the true ending in this game. SebK got through the first part of the Lupia and Magnolia fight very cleanly, and then Magnolia just melts.
Well done on Seb's part there. And LusTher is having a hard time on Arsonist right now, it seems.
Yeah, having a hard time with Arsonist is pretty common, especially in a tournament setting. Or wouldn't you agree?
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see what happened. Oh yeah, Lupia and Magnolia are dead. They drop the heavy arrows, which just doubles the damage of your arrows. It's another passive item. Oh yeah, so you can have 3 active items, and you can have 2 passive items equipped at any time. You can swap them out in the middle of a boss fight, but menuing takes time, so you want to avoid menuing if you can. Oh yeah, active items they have a set amount of uses, and they refresh every time you save at a not bonfire. And now LusTher made a way through the Arsonist fight, and will now get the third crest fragment.
Yeah, no, he's finally able to dash.
Yeah.
Also, if
SebK
I'm not mistaken, SebK is not too far behind his PB.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That seems possible.
His PB is like... Oh no, wait, he got a 22 lately, didn't he? Okay, then I'm not sure.
I don't know. I did see the timer go red during the local Magnolia
seconds.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not far behind at least. And as SebK has now upgraded their leaf, which turns it green, and it does more damage, and is now making their way through the final area of the game, the long-awaited Kar's Castle, where we need to find the queen and see what is causing this corruption.
Spoiler, it's the queen.
Yeah, the queen is spreading the corruption in one way or another. If she started it all or if she got corrupted somehow and spread corruption, we don't know, but all we know is that we need to stop the corruption. So this boss fight, or mini-boss that SebK is fighting, spawns clones of herself, and you need to find the correct one. You are supposed to look at the attacks and see which attack has a different effect, but you can just look at how high they're floating over the ground, and the one that's closest to the ground is the real one.
Exactly. So yeah, this is by far the longest elevator in this game. So after this, there will be the final boss fight of this game.
Yeah, when riding elevators in this game, make sure you don't activate it once you have reached the destination, because you can't get off an elevator while it's moving. The elevators are the strongest force in this universe. Once they have you in your grasp, you can't escape. As SebK is doing the final boss fight against the queen. Since this is the final fight, you don't really need to care about getting hit. Although, if you do get hit...
Okay, looks like my co-commentator has disconnected for some reason. Probably internet issues. But yeah. This boss fight is casually pretty hard. With the speedrun threads, it's fairly safe. Though, especially on the last fight, on the last phase of the fight, it's still a bit risky because the last attacks hit incredibly hard. They can take up to like a quarter of your HP on easy. So SebK better not get hit now, otherwise he might die. But it looks like he's... Yeah, he just defeats the queen in a safe manner. And takes race 1. And that's 1 point for Seb. Alright, we're switching audio over to LusTher. Okay, so LusTher is just now making his way onto the Lupia and Magnolia fight. Let's hope Lupia doesn't roll like thrice, because she actually can roll quite a few times if she wants to and just escape the area of effect from your Backman patch, thereby making the fight a lot more risky and slow. But yeah. LusTher managed to not get hit, which is nice. Also, I'm not sure whether we mentioned it, but This fight, if you perfect it, it gives you the heavy arrows, which is probably one of the most overpowered items in this run, besides the Bagman patch. And yeah. Sadly, there's only one boss fight after this, so you don't really see it in action that much. Alright. So LusTher's now making his way to the well that you have to open with the sealed wind to upgrade your leaf. And I think, yeah, Drim, welcome back.
Yeah, I think Discord was being, I don't know, Discord I suppose, and well, I am back now. Hopefully
Alright.
you didn't miss me too much.
I miss you a lot, but it's fine.
Yeah, I'm back.
Alright. Coming to the stream is a bit lagging on my end, I don't know. Is it good for you?
It looks fine to me. Yeah. Bachman patch it's a pretty good item, but with incensory it becomes absolutely amazing. So yeah, the pocket incensory and the Bachman patch, those are the two most important items in the speedrun. The heavy arrows from Lupia and Magnolia is a really good item, but you only get it for one boss fight, which makes it less important. And then we have, let's see, Edia's Pearl is pretty good. But Sparse Thread is also a very nice item.
Yeah, I'd say Elias Pearl is like one of the least important ones.
Yeah. It does save you a little bit of time, but
Dreamfox, did you know that this upcoming boss, the Clone Angel, was actually intended to be a vampire?
I mean, yeah, I mostly call it Clone Angel because everyone else calls it Clone Angel.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, it is supposed to be a vampire, but which makes sense if you think about it. Yeah.
The developer apparently is really bad at designing vampires, so everybody just calls it Angel.
Yeah, like in the previous room before the Clone Angel fight, there is a casket or a coffin. And then like there's a red blood moon that feels kind of vampire-y to me.
Vampirish. Nice word. Alright. Let's see if LusTher has a clean queen fight.
Yeah, doing the queen fight optimally is very satisfying, but requires some precise timing.
Yeah. Thankfully we found like new threads that make it a little bit more reliable. Okay. The old queen thread was okay, no, that's
these are not the standard queen strats.
No. But yeah. Queen fight used to be like one of the most scary fights, but nowadays it usually shouldn't be anymore.
I almost prefer the old queen strats, almost. But because I was very bad at doing the hitless jump attacks. I have gotten better at them.
Oh wow, LusTher shooting the wall, causing damage to the structural integrity of Cast Castle.
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't fall down before we can cleanse it all.
I mean, I guess that would kind of solve the problem as well.
I don't think it would, because the queen might die, but I don't think that would stop the corruption. I would imagine that would become like what is it called? A nuclear reactor, if that would start going haywire. Like, cleansing the corruption is shutting it down, while just killing the queen would result in it just going out of control and still spreading. It's radiation or corruption. So yeah.
Oh no, I accidentally added a point to LusTher. Please don't look at the top right corner there.
Oh yeah, since this is a best of 3, we measure points in the only way you should measure points, which is obviously with cats, because cats are cute and the best.
Alright. LusTher stopped his timer a bit late there. I think it was like a 30 flat or something.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
And SebK is probably already ready to start his next race. He's had quite a big break.
Yeah. Okay. Now that we're waiting for the second race, now we have some more time to read chat. I do try to read chat, but focusing on the commentary or the actual races usually takes precedence. So if anyone has any questions, now is probably the best time to ask them. You can ask about anything. If you ask about Momodora, I can answer most of the questions. If you ask about other things, I have no guarantees.
I run Momo, ask me anything.
I commentate Momo races, ask me anything. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't look at the bracket, but I assume SebK can still make it to the KO round, right?
I have no idea. I don't really know how the tournament is organized or like whatever, how we're counting points or anything.
I'll look it up.
I just know that I just look at who my next opponent is and then I play races.
But yeah, to answer the chat question, yes, this is a Metroidvania.
This is indeed a Metroidvania. Using the Metroidvania definition of like you have to explore a world and there are certain areas that are locked until you get a specific power-up or a key or something, which requires you to backtrack in order to reach that area and actually.
If SebK wins this, he is safe in the next round, like in the KO phase.
Oh. What subspecies of fox are you? The dreamiest kind.
Okay.
Yep. I won't tell you anything more than that. That would be like telling what kind of cats the 4 cats in Quad Cat that make up Quad Cat is. You don't reveal those kind of secrets.
Maybe it's 4 different kinds of cats. Who knows?
It's no one will ever know. It's a mystery. On the internet, no one can know you're a cat or 4 in a trench coat. I must say, commentary today has gone pretty well. I haven't been fired from doing commentary today, at least, so I consider that a win. During this race, I did mention that resetting on Arsonist is quite common, especially in a race setting like this. In one of my races against Hey-Ho, we both reset on Arsonist like 3 times each, which was not a very good race.
Do you mean the tourney race?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't reset 3 times on Arsonist. I just died in the Frida area, and I was super far behind. And then when I reached Arsonist and got hit, I was like, no.
Okay.
No, I'm out of here. I can't.
I do not wear trench coats. They are not very comfortable.
Why not? Wow.
I am not a trench coat person. But the trench
Alright.
coat might have been useful today when I went to work because it was raining. So I had to walk 40 minutes in rain. I was
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, it was not comfortable at work. Just sitting there being like in damp clothes and such. And the shoes was the worst. Ugh. Dumb drinking bird emote. That sounds like a great thing.
Alright, I think LusTher is ready.
Oui.
So
This game doesn't have a platinum? You mean a platinum achievement? I guess not, but we all know that if you get the pacifist achievement, you've pretty much gotten the platinum. Well, it's either the pacifist or beat the game without dying.
yeah, I guess you'll have to fight Cat now. That's a shame, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, we have given you the strat to beat Quad Cat because you know she is 4 cats in a trench coat. Just imagine all the strats you can
Alright,
develop
runners
with
already.
that.
Race
Oh,
is starting.
Yeah, we have the second race now starting. And we're back in the Grove. The Grove is a very hated area for a lot of people because the imps in this area are random in how they move. So you can't just do the same inputs every time and expect it to work. You have to look at what the imps are doing and adapt to how they are moving in order to get through it in one piece. It's not as important when you're playing on easy, normal, or hard. But if you play on insane, where you start with 1 health and 1 health only, so everything that touches you or you touch it will kill you. So yeah, not a lot of people run insane. I do wonder why. I think it's a fantastic category.
Yeah, and I think it's a hellhole, but yeah. Guess tastes differ, right?
Yeah. So you saw them you might have seen them grab the first chest. We did mention that you buy a crystal fruit or it's a crystal seed. You buy a crystal seed in this run. That's the only item we buy. And to buy that, we need 80 money. So we have routed in 3 chests into the route. The first one they have grabbed. The second one is coming up. And then
Speaking
there's
of the chest, let's see how SebK opens this one. Ah, that's a shame.
Yeah, doing the old strats of hitting it. Where if you hit something with a melee attack, especially if you kill it with a melee attack, you generate a hit lag, or like the game freezes up for a few frames.
Yeah, so basically for the second chest, you can just charge an arrow and jump into it and shoot your arrow, and that will open it without losing you 20 frames, which is how you should do it.
Free time save.
Free time? It's free real estate. You should really take it, but I mean, it's not that significant.
Let's see, SebK getting the quick kill once again. Very nicely done. Let's see if LusTher... I think LusTher was unlucky and they decided to dance. But I think LusTher is too far away anyway, positioning-wise.
Yeah, that was not quite correct. So LusTher's losing a bit of time here. Fun fact, if you cast the fairy like LusTher did, if it hits her tail in the correct way, it might kill her like almost instantly, and it's gonna sound like a Gatling gun if you're in-game.
Yeah,
So,
that's a neat little thing that can happen. So we haven't really explained the fairy. The fairy is a hidden item that you can spawn by pressing up, up, down, down, left, right. And you can use it once per save. It spawns the fairy, which... Oh, LusTher got the quick kill on the second attempt. Good job. So the fairy spawns laser beams across the screen at random points or random locations. So if you're lucky, it will help you do damage. If you're unlucky, it will do nothing. And now it's time for SebK to bully Mocha. Mocha is the worst for new runners, because Mocha is very much like an imp in that he likes to jump around erratically, which can result in him touching you and dealing damage, which is not very fun.
yeah, you can however kind of control him by using melee attacks. That kind of prohibits him from pulling off all those movement shenanigans. And, oh yeah, Seb got a dive, so that's 12 seconds down the drain.
Yeah, having Lubella dive is not fun. And here we have LusTher entering the Mocha fight. As SebK is entering the subterranean graves.
By the way, aren't you like impressed how long Cow can hold her breath?
Yeah, What if she's not human?
Is she not?
I don't know. I mean, even in cat form, she doesn't mind being in water. So there's something very magical about her.
That's weird, right?
Yeah. She's like pretty cool and doesn't afraid of anything and can breathe underwater.
So hardcore.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, and Lubella decides to die for LusTher as
That's
well.
unfortunate right at the end.
Yeah. If you are lucky, she can dive when she has low health and she is poisoned, which will allow... She can still take damage while she's off screen, it's just that you can't hit her with anything. But if she's already poisoned, her health will continue to tick down and she can die. But unfortunately, she was not poisoned this time, so it was just time loss. And SebK just picked up the garden key. The garden key is used to unlock the area where the Lubella refight is. Wow, I almost did a very stereotypical Asian pronunciation and said Rubella Lee fight instead. That's
What?
no. We should not mix up the sounds. That's not how it works.
Alright, Cow can breathe again. She's out of the water.
Yeah, I do not recommend anyone to try and hold your breath as while Kaho is underwater. I mean, you could try, but I would not do it. I haven't timed this section, but you are underwater for quite a while. That would be a very silly category. You can only breathe while Kaho can breathe. So you have to route in sections where you leave the water.
Actually gotta play with face cam.
Can you not make jokes? I can try, but I can't promise anything. Like, my whole life is a joke, so I can't promise stuff. SebK, did a nice dodge, but Frida decides to go all teleporter working. Now it's time for Frida to die. Ooh, that dog was a little bit scary, but it's fine, it's fine. And Frida, the dumb drinking bird, is dead. Please make jokes. Okay, we have some differing opinions here in the chat.
Go ahead. Take it away, Rim. Show us what you got.
I don't really have a good joke ready right now.
Ah, that's a shame.
Yeah. Now I'm being put on the spot here. I'm trying to come up with a good joke.
It's fine.
Or
It's fine. We'll
not
just
come
keep
up with a
going,
good
and if
joke.
you feel like it, you can just burst one out.
I will if I remember, if I can remember a good joke.
Oh wow, Seb getting poked in the butt by that spinning spiky thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. One thing we haven't talked about really is water physics. When you're underwater and swimming, you move a lot slower, but your roll
Just like
is
in real life.
yeah. Well, yeah, that is like real life, but what's not like real life is that rolling underwater is really, really fast.
I mean, have you tried?
Yes, I have. And I'm
What?
not. I can't roll as fast in the water as I can when I'm on land.
Okay.
Labella
I'm
being
having a
very
really fun
rude.
time imagining you testing out that stuff.
Well, speaking of water, Labella is really rude and decided to dive. And she dives again. Oh my.
Also, SebK giving us some hot insights into his mindset in the chat right there. He says, I hate Lubella.
Ah, that's
Don't we
very
all?
common. There are a lot of people who hate Libella. Like, Libella has some good like appeal.
Don't say it.
uh, yeah, and double dives. That's not the only thing she has doubles of. Okay,
Great
I'll
job, Trim.
stop.
Now you make this weird.
Okay.
Alright. It's kitty cat time again.
Oh yeah, platforming as cat form is trickier than it looks, because when you're moving in cat form, your sprite looks very wide, but your hitbox is still like less than a block wide, so it can be hard to judge where your actual hitbox is.
Oh, nice play on words there. Cat forming instead of platforming. See, because he's a cat.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, I'm going to post some spoilers in chat now because I didn't come up with a good joke, so I'm just gonna spoil everything instead.
Oh.
When I first saw that blew my mind.
No way.
Oh
What?
yes.
Okay, this is going up on Reddit.
It's deepest lore. And like, if you pay attention during the game, all the hints are there. That's not just a game theory, that's actual facts.
But they are in the same room right now. Didn't you see Cow standing right next to the cat?
I haven't seen that.
When he talked to Paramore. So they can't be the same person, dude. It's impossible.
No. Kaho is... Wait, Kaho is the stand of the cat. This is getting messy with this lore. Let's see, where are we now? We are... Oh yeah. We are about to see the mini-boss that you don't really see. This knight here, good knight. It's dead. Okay, it's a joke. With the sparse thread, it dies before it even says hello. Okay, yeah, that knight barely has enough time to say hello world. Might even not even compile, because it dies so quickly.
Wow.
It's so sad being a knight. Oh no!
By the way,
I just realized that knight dying is foreshadowing to what happens later in the game. To another knight.
Oh no, that's not true.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Anyway, that knight It's actually like it's taken from a previous game of that developer. It's the same night as in Momodora 3, I guess. And his name is, I think, Cassius. Cassius the Knight, something like that.
Where is
I
that
always
map?
called him the Cashew Knight.
Cashin. Huh. I mean, I don't remember that. I did play through with Momo 1 to end 3, but I don't remember everything from it. So you.
Alright, SebK making his way back to the monastery.
Forlorn Monastery. Forgotten Monastery is the wrong name for it. Oh well.
Yeah, true.
Oh well. What are names? Names are
Names are
ways
just
to
words.
Yeah.
Time is just a number. Prison is just a room.
It is indeed. Dun, dun. Yeah, LusTher is going to grab the warp fragment. And let's see if SebK can do the arsonist fight.
Oh, he almost got
Clean
hit by that mimic.
It's fine. They're playing on easy or baby
Yeah, true.
mode.
True, this baby mode. Shoutouts to Google at this point.
Let's see. Oh yeah, here we have Calf, the best female knight in the game, and no,
Well,
not the only female knight. No, LusTher is also a female knight, I would say.
Really?
I
I mean, she got armor, but I'm not sure if she's a knight.
She's a duchess. Isn't that fight like Duchess, LusTher, and Magnolia?
Yeah, I think so.
So maybe she's just a noble then. Very, very deep lore.
This race has turned into a lore discussion.
What lore tidbits can we say here? I don't know a lot about.
Oh, the woman you just saw on the screen, just standing around. That's, by the way, Fennel's sister. Fennel is like the lady in white with the red sword you saw getting bodied in the earlier run.
She was one of the bosses that died so quickly, so you might not even remember her.
Yeah, and her sister is also a boss, though a secret boss. So yeah. And it's way harder to beat than Fennel.
Yeah. And if you want to see that boss being killed, then you can watch speedruns of the AVIB category, which stands for All Vitality Fragments, Ivory Bugs, and Bosses, which does everything the any percent run does. Or, okay, not exactly. Then it also does the secret boss. And then it gathers all the health fragments, and also gathers all the collectible ivory bugs, which makes for a very fun category. It's my preferred category, and it's neat. You do a lot of cool platforming.
Yeah, it's pretty fun, and you see some areas of the game that you usually don't see in any percent. Like, for example, the Cinder Chambers area, where you beat the arsonist. We just take a little sneak peek into that in the any percent route, but in AVIB you explore that way more.
Yeah, it's a very fun category.
Speaking of fun, SebK coming up in the Pinacotheca.
Yeah, Royal Pinecone City is a very neat area. There's a lot of platforming and you have to switch between cat form and human form a lot, which makes it quite fun to optimize.
Yeah, it's definitely, I think, in terms of movement, second to growth, probably the hardest area in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, also especially in an insane run, this is one of the like after Grove. This is definitely one of the most dangerous areas because there are a lot of enemies, and if you want to get through it quickly, you have to narrowly dodge them.
Yeah, even on normal, this area is kind of scary, because if you get hit like twice by those skeletons, you can't use the fast strat on Lupia anymore, which requires you to rip. Which requires you to use a Tainted Missive, which also takes away from your HP, thereby killing you if you got 2 times in beforehand.
Yeah. And there we see what happens when you hug spikes. Spikes are not kind creatures.
Yeah, it's
They
not
are
fun.
soulless killing machines that only want your blood. Very, very rude. But we get to see SebK grab the sealed wind once more.
Nice.
And now LusTher is making their way into the Royal Pinecone City.
He's not that far behind anymore.
Yeah. If SebK does one more mistake like that, it will be very even.
Yeah.
So
are you saying you want SebK to die here?
I'm not saying I want SebK to die, but I am saying I want a closer race and or maybe a race 3. Like we have we see LusTher turning this into a partial AV run by grabbing that vitality fragment. I don't think it was intentional, but it is now a partial AV run.
Maybe he just heard you talking about AV and he was like, yo, that sounds fun.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame him because AV is a lot of fun. It has some scary sections, but there is one more Yeet. Well, there's a different Yeet strat in Aviv than the one you can use in any
we didn't even talk about Yeet thread, did we?
Yeah, we were talking about other things.
Did any of them go for Yeet thread last time?
SebK did Yeet.
Alright, we will mention it when it comes up.
Yeah.
Also, we have to say who invented the Yeet thread, because that's...
Yeah. Yeah, but we'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
Nice one.
I mean, I know so many good jokes, but I just can't think of any. There are jokes that I really, really liked, but I can't think. No, I'm sad. Well, now SebK is upgrading the leaf from red to green because everyone knows that Luigi is better than Mario, and that's a fact, which is backed up by game mechanics. So if you pay attention the next time SebK hits a not bonfire and saves the game, if you look at the top right of the screen, you will see this save icon, and it is the bell or the melee weapon you're currently using. So right now for SebK it's green while it's red for LusTher. But SebK is not going for a save point right now, so we can't see that.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
He's kinda leaving you in the rain there.
Mm-hmm.
And LusTher casting the Sealed Wind just because he can, I guess.
Yeah, I just want to show what it looks like. That was, indeed a very close fight. Surviving with just a sliver of health. And there we have Calf on SebK's screen. She's tired after climbing the castle. Like, climbing the castle in heavy armor like that can't be easy, so she's taking a rest. And you call her an Uber. So if you leave and go back, you will see she's no longer there, and she has left you an item as thanks for calling an Uber for her. Okay, now take a good look at SebK's screen. Here we have the Yeet strat, where you punch the witch, take damage, and then dash. And I believe it was Quadcat who came up with that strat, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeet strat is a very neat strat.
Yeet strat is neat strat, that's true. Yeah, it's a very cool strat, and it's way more reliable than it looks.
Yeah, it takes like a few attempts to learn it, and then like it's very consistent. So it's very cool. Sadly, you can't do it in AVIP because there is an ivory bug you need to grab in that room. So if you were to go for Yeet strat, you would miss the bug.
I mean, doesn't mean you can't do it.
Well, you can, but that would lose your time. SebK is not doing the optimal queen strats here.
Wow.
Queen phase 1 is dead.
Oh, looks like he might have to wait there.
Yeah. Optimally, you want to... Like, you don't want to wait for that attack in the second phase. So you either want to kill her before she has a chance to use it, or use items during it, like your Pokemon patches or your sparse threads, in order to get through that part. Because it's very slow when you have to wait for it. LusTher is not that far behind.
Yeah, but at this point it's not really possible to
Yeah,
win
because
anymore.
with not sparse thread, with Bachman patches and Tainted Missive, the final phase of the Queen dies very quickly, and GG to SebK, winning this race and this match. And now we'll see LusTher finish up their run. Not going for Yeet strat, it is a strat you need to learn and get used to. It can be scary, but if you try it, I can almost guarantee that it isn't as bad as it looks. So and you said that this allows SebK to not be eliminated from the tournament, right?
Yeah, SebK is now in the KO phase. Facing off against, the 3 other runners who have made it there.
I believe me and Googler are guaranteed to be there because we both have won Orla races so far.
Yeah, because you both are legends. And then probably Catnap, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Also, SebK just moved in.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, what up?
Doing good. How about you guys?
Yeah, I'm doing
Same.
pretty well.
Congrats to you win and entering the KO phase.
Oh, thank you. GG. That second race was something.
Yeah, you did take a death in Pinacoteca.
Yeah. I kind of forgot my Q is the dash button. And so when I remember, I could only dash once, and yeah, it ended with me in the spikes. That was not good.
That's not a good place to end in.
And there you
No.
have LusTher finishing the queen fight and GG. A sub 27. Not a bad time. Not a bad time at all.
So yeah. What do you think about your performance? Do you think it's gonna be enough to own all these other kids in the KO round?
No.
Wow.
You won't.
Very confident.
Okay, being honest, I know in the case I end up facing Googler, I won't beat him for sure if he plays at his best. And I don't know about the others because I don't. Who's on the KO phase right now?
I believe it will be me and Googler, you and probably Quadcat in the KO phase.
Okay, so there's no way I beat Googler right now. I don't know about Cat. she's still faster than me. It's your dream thoughts.
Yeah. Well, seeing as I don't play this game enough right now, I should play it more. So I should de-rust.
But you're a good player, man. You'll do fine.
Yeah, it will be fun. It will be fun. And here we have LusTher also
LusTher.
joining us.
What up, dude? GG's.
Hello. Thanks.
GG.
Oh.
What do you
Well,
think
we're
about your races?
Sorry, I didn't listen.
Yeah, Seb is having some loud background noises on my end.
Yeah, sorry. I have a lot of family right now. It's weird. I'll just go push the talk.
Alright. So yeah, LusTher, what do you think about your races? Are you happy with them or?
I'm actually happy with the second one, but you know, I was entering this match like, this this might be a no match, so yeah, I was totally aware of this.
Alright.
Yeah, I believe this is the last race for you, LusTher, in this tournament, I guess.
This is possible. I don't know.
Yeah, I think this is overall the last non-KO phase race, so.
Yeah, so
Oh no, wait, I think Catnip has one more that's not KO phase, and after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Wow.
Wait, is Quadcat still in the chat? Maybe
I don't know.
No Quadcat message for a while. Oh. So probably not. Oh well. I've heard the... Oh, now Quadcat is here. Quadcat, is this the final round before KO phase, or how is how does the tournament work?
Yeah, Cat, please tell us commentators how the tournament works.
Yeah, how
Would you
do
be
I
so kind?
tournament? Was this LusTher's last race, or is there one more round before people start getting eliminated?
I mean, I can just look it up.
At least if it's my last race, I said yes to Cat, so it's first.
Oh no, there's
we
two
missed
more
that.
races. So
This is the last round of the Swiss round. Top 4
Yeah.
players will advance to the single elimination bracket. Okay.
Yeah, and in this round there will be 2 more races: Catnip against Shelly,
And me
Gula
against
against you.
Yeah.
Yeah, shouldn't be too hard for you.
Yeah, Catnip and Chili race is scheduled for Friday at 12 p.m. EDT, I believe. I should know because I am commentating that race as well. Let's see,
Would definitely be advantageous to know, yeah.
Yeah, 12 p.m. EDT. I don't know time zones. I just know when I need to be there in my local time. Yeah, but that's for another day. So overall, LusTher, what did you think about playing in this tournament? Since it seems this is your last race for the tournament.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun learning this game. So
yeah, because you started learning this game a short while before the tournament, or
yeah, actually for the tournaments.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was maybe like 1 week before the first race.
Oh wow, not bad.
Yeah, that's one of the really nice things about this game is that it doesn't take that long to actually learn to run. So
Yeah,
you can get going very quickly, and then once you have learned to run, there is a lot of room for improvement. You can learn some faster strats, or just polish up your movement and improve your time even more, which makes this run a very, very good run for either new speedrunners or people who think they can speedrun a game, because this game will probably prove you wrong, because everyone can speedrun this game if you put in some effort.
Alright, and with that being said, we have a Discord server where you can join in case you're interested in learning this game. I'm not sure, link should be in chat somewhere. Let me try.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a way.
Discord.
Momodora. Oh, yeah, it
Oh
worked.
yeah, that is. Wow, I didn't expect this to work, but it did. Nice, okay.
So we have a Discord channel. It's not only it's for all the Momodora games,
Alright.
and also for Minoria, which is a spiritual successor that was recently released by the developer. The developer Momodora developed a spiritual successor to the game called Minoria, which was released a few weeks ago, and we also have channels for that. So if you're interested in any of the Momodora games or Minoria and want to talk about them, you're very free to come and hang out. Especially if you want to learn the speedrun, we have a lot of people there who can give you tips and help if you have any questions. And we also have a pet channel if you want to look at cute pets other people have, or if you want to share pictures of your beloved pet, you are also very welcome to do that.
It's mostly cats though.
I mean,
As to be expected for this game.
and I do not blame people because cats are great.
Alright, with that being said, feel free to join the Discord, ask questions and stuff. Feel free to follow the runners and everybody involved. Thanks to SpeedGaming. And GG's to the runners, and I think we are out, aren't we?
Yeah, unless you have anything you want to say, anything like to end this with, anything else you want to say about your runs, LusTher or Seb?
No, nothing to add.
My runs were okay, I guess. But yeah, thanks for commenting, guys. It was great.
Yeah, GG to congrats Seb for winning this match, and yeah, thank you everyone.
And goodbye.